How's it going, everybody? My name is Michael Van Wagenen. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be speaking on a message from Romans. This message is especially important to me, and I know will be important to y'all. That's why I'm sharing it. But it's about baptism, and I was just baptized on my school retreat, and it was a very powerful moment for me, so that's why I want to speak about baptism today. I actually shared my testimony for the first time, so I'm going to go ahead and put that link to my speech in the description if y'all want to go listen to it. It was 15 minutes, and I believe it's worth all 15 of those minutes. So, go click on it, whatever you want. I just share my story. So if y'all are interested in my personal background, go ahead and check it out. But for now, we can just read some Romans today. Today we're reading Romans chapter 6. Verse 4, where it says, "Therefore we have been buried with him through baptism into death, so that as Christ was raised from the dead through the glory of the Father, so we too might walk in the newness of life." So I really like this verse because, obviously connects well with me, but it explains, how baptism can transform someone's life, just being reborn with Christ, and, the act of being put into the water and then being come back out. It's talked about right here where it says we too might walk in the newness of life. So once you are put into that water and once you come back out, you are now new in life. You are now going to walk differently, because that's how powerful the act of baptism is. And because the act of the story of Jesus, where he died and then was resurrected and born again, that's what baptism is about. It's about, leading that new life as a Christian and being born again. And that's why, you're basically, I don't really know how to phrase it, but you're basically, when you're born again as a Christian through baptism, you are stepping into that new light, like I said. And that's just a very powerful moment. And, And, Jesus just, in that act of baptism, he's just going to, for me, at least, it was just such a powerful moment. I mean, he was there, you could just feel his presence in that act, and it was just the craziest thing to experience, one of the craziest things I've ever experienced, and I believe it's the best decision I've ever made in my life, because it truly transformed my life, and, all the emotions that were rushing through, and all the love and passion that I was feeling in my community, and from my principal, who was the one who baptized me, just all that, it was crazy. And then just feeling the Lord in the act was especially acceptable. So one thing I do want to talk about, especially chapter 6 in Romans, was believers are dead to sin and alive to God. So it talks about it, that's literally just the title of the chapter, and I believe that's so important, because with baptism too, and just when you become a believer, you're no longer living in sin. You're going to start living with Jesus, and that comes with that newness. You're not going to live for the worldly things. You're not going to live for these things that aren't really important. You're going to live for Jesus. You're going to live for serving him. You're going to live for selflessness. You're going to live for all those biblical concepts, and that's just going to lead to more fulfillment. And that's what baptism brings too. And obviously, you don't need to get baptized to become a believer, but, for me, it was a very important moment. So, yeah. And that's all I got today. Again, I'm going to put my testimony in the description, so if y'all want to go listen to that, that'd be greatly appreciated. And, God bless.